The Immaculate Room is a 2022 high-concept sci-fi minimalist film. Usually that kind of vibe can pique my interest. You're going to recognize some names, if you mean by people who used to be in real movies, such as producer Joel David Moore of Avatar fame. And though it leaves something to be desired, I think you might give this a mild oddball recommendation here. But first, I want to mention my buddies over at CalderaLab.com, makers of the finest skincare. Use my promo code FRY15 to save 15% at checkout. It's a simple concept. We have a couple, Kate and Michael, played by Kate Bosworth and Emile Hirsch respectively. They are tasked to stay 50 straight days in the Immaculate Room to win $5 million. If one leaves, the prize is reduced to $1 million for the remaining contestant. There's a bathroom for one contestant at a time, and an automated voice announces everything to annoyance. If you push the big red button, you're out. Of course, a big issue here is boredom, and you're going to see some of that, but it's not done in the most boring way. We have a little bit of fun. We've got a boom mic in frame, and the clock doesn't make sense. Seems like it's counting backwards, possibly, because continuity's all over the place. Contestants can request a treat, and each is allowed 2. Now, your treat is a surprise. Emile Hirsch requests his first treat, and he gets a crayon, which he draws on the walls. And I can see how that could be appealing, but for $100,000 out of that prize money? Oh, but that second treat really raises the stakes. Fully nude Ashley Greene. Not quite in her twilight prime, but offering viewers the most immaculate view yet. Now, the movie is done cheap, but it doesn't look terrible. The shot composition works out pretty well, and I think the performances are enough to keep you invested, even if the characters aren't written that bright. I would have liked to have seen this expanded upon better. We really don't know, are they doing this as some kind of game show? Is this being streamed live on a streaming service? This could make for an appealing show. You can only watch it live on Netflix. But we may need to see more games to keep anybody invested long term. Maybe they have to do a task every day at noon. Instead, it seems to be a test. Can this loneliness break them? Well, they do have their significant other with them, so it shouldn't be that bad. It's not like they're roughing it, doesn't get too cold or too hot, and oh yeah, we're throwing a loop in here, we're gonna put a gun in the room, oh, what happens? Answer, not quite as much exciting as one would have hoped, and not quite the grounded realism either. I think The Immaculate Room is far from a genre classic, but it is different than today's typical offering. I give it 2.5 out of 4 stars.
If you appreciate a YouTube channel that doesn't just pad out content to get to the 8-minute mark so that it can hammer you with ad breaks, then you should subscribe to my son's channel. You just got done watching it.